Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a party type game called House Rules. House Rules is a 3 to 6 player game where players are using witty comebacks and witty sayings as defense and attacking to try to attack other people's witty comebacks and sayings. You're going to do this by playing some cards. You're going to have some defense cards out in front of you, and you're going to play cards from your hand to attack them. And you want to have the most cards in your stash, which means 1 battles at the end of the round. And each player is going to have rules that they can play during the game to affect the game some, and they're also going to have a blank rule that they can do house rules on that other players had to vote on. That's a quick overview. Let's go down to the table, see how it plays. Alright, so here's a game of house rules set up for a 4-player game. To get set up, we're going to give each player a round preparation card. It's going to look something like this. And on the back, it's going to have a blank area where you can be able to draw your own house rule. And they're each going to get a score marker, which will look like that. Let me see if you can see that. And on the back, it's going to have player turn order and what you can do in a round and action and all that. And cards you win are going to go under it. So they sit up like this. I'll put one of them up just so you can see it. And then we're going to give each player 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. Whoa. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Each player is also going to get 2 rule cards, which are these red bordered cards. So we'll give each player 2 of these. Okay. Then each player will secretly choose one of their rule cards. So we'll look through here. Rule cards are going to look like this. They're going to, oh, let me move my fingers. They're going to let you break some rules through the game, add additional rules that can hurt people or help people. And some of them are going to have stuff to fill in. I don't have anything to fill in on these 2, but know that there are some cards that do that. So each player is going to pick one, and they are going to put one in the middle. So I'm just going to randomly pick stuff, and they're going to discard the other one. So this one. Players would actually pick, but just for the purpose of this playthrough, I'm just randomly picking something. Okay. Then each player secretly chooses a weapon card from their hand. So that's what these cards are. The cards that look like this on the back. Those are weapon cards. They're going to look like, most of them are going to look like this on the other side. They'll have some flavor text and then a strength. So this one is a 4. So that's going to be your defense and your attack strength, which I'll get into in a second. So each player is going to pick one. That's going to be their defense for the round. The higher defense goes later in the round, but you're going to be safer from attacks. So this player is going to play this. This player will play this. This player will play, ooh, this one. That could be interesting. And this player will play this. All right. Then shuffle the played rule cards and reveal them. So I'll shuffle these rule cards right here and reveal them one at a time until there are 3. If any player proposed a house rule, review and approve these before revealing the other. So let me show you how that works. So we'll say this player actually proposed a house rule. So they're going to say, so they're going to take this marker, comes in the game, they're going to write house rule, power of 3. 3s are worth 15. All right. So then they're going to say, hey, I did a house rule. So they'll show everybody the rule. So they show everybody the rule. That's hard to read. I'm sorry. Then players are going to, it needs one other player to vote for this rule to be inactive. And some of this player is like, sure, I'll vote for that. So this is one of the rules. So we'll put that there. So this is one of the rules for this round. Let me move these cards out of the way so we can have some more room. So here's a rule. Power of 3. 3s are worth 15. So then we will flip 3 more cards. Or 2 more cards, sorry, so we can have 3 rules. So then we'll flip this one. When this rule is revealed, shuffle all defenses together and deal them back to each player. So what happens here is I'm going to take all these defense cards that we played earlier. They're all going to get shuffled, and then they're going to randomly go to the players. So we'll put this one here, 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 and here. Then we'll flip the 3rd rule card. On your turn, you may use your defenses to clash with another player. Replace your defense after clashing. Okay, then the rest get discarded, and I'll explain all this later. Then everyone's gonna flip their defense. So this player has a 6. This player has an 8. This player has a 2. And this player has a 9. So they would have actually written Whopperosaurus Rex. If there's blank lines, you write in it. I'm not going to do that for this. Just know that that's what you're going to do. All right, so starting with the lowest player, that's this player, they're going to take one of 2 actions. They are going to clash with another player, or they're going to pass. So to clash, you are going to play a card from your hand onto another player's card. So let's see. That's what they're going to do. Actually, they cannot because they don't have cards. Here are their cards. I'll let you see. They have 2 4s, a 2, and then a misfire, which is not going to help them right now. So in order for a clash to be successful, you have to have this number or higher to attack it. So this player is just going to pass. So when you pass, you get to discard one of the cards in your hand. So they're going to take this 2. They'll get rid of that because they don't want a 2. And then they will draw a new one. So they're going to take this card. So they got a 7. That'll help them out later. And then they're done. They're done for that turn. Okay. Then it will be next player's turn, which is the next lowest, which will be this one. So this player, they get to take some actions. Oh, let's see. All right. So they're going to play these 2 cards. They're going to attack this guy. So they're going to play, no, let's see. They're actually not going to play anything yet. They're going to attack this guy. So they're going to play a 3. So when you play that 3, as long as it's higher than the 2, you win. But then that player gets to look in their hand and see if they can defend against that. So they are going to play this. They're going to play a misfire, which means the weapon doesn't go off, and that weapon card is going to be returned to the owner's hand, and then that card is discarded. So this card comes back, and that was their turn. So now it is this player's turn, and they are going to, let's see. All right, they're going to try to take out this guy. So they're going to play this 5, throwing a handful of pennies. They're going to play this 5 on the Blankosaurus Rex, but they're also going to play this. So that's going to make that 5 a 10 because it's going to double it. So this is 10 against 9. Let's see if this player has any defenses. They do. They have a misfire as well. So they're going to play that misfire. So this player gets the weapon card back. The other card's discarded. So that goes back there. This one, I think. Yeah. And then that's it. And then it's this player's turn. So they are going to, let's see, they're going to actually play this 3. Because if you remember, they made a house rule. 3s are worth 15. They got voted in. So they're going to go ahead and go here against that 8 with their 15. And this player is going to try this. Nope, they still can't do it. Yeah, so they're going to get defeated. So they take this player, would win that battle. They go under their stash like this, signifying that that's 1 point per card. Then this player has to put out a new defense card, so they will put out a 5. And then that's everybody's turn once, so then we'll go back to the lowest. It's this player's turn again. Let's see. So now that some stuff's been changed around, they can do some stuff. So they're going to play this. It's blank. I would write something on it like Hammer of Justice or whatever. So they're going to play that over here. They're going to play the 7 against the 6. That is currently winning, but let's see what this player has. They have a 2x card. So they're actually going to make this worth 2x, so it's a 12. So the defense actually wins, and they're going to get these cards. Put these under the stash here. Okay. And this card gets discarded. They have to put out a new defense, which kind of stinks, but that's okay. Public shaming. So that's how the game's going to be played. You're going to play like that until everyone is passed on a round. You're going to write your score on this card. There's a round 1, a round 2, a round 3. You're going to add them together. And then whoever has the most points is the winner. You're going to get 1 point for each card you have under your stack, under your stash. So, you know, the more attacks you can win, the more clashes you can win, the more points you're going to get. So like these two players are tied at 2. So sometimes it might be beneficial to play cards that are going to let you play 4 weapons down, or just try to attack a bunch of times and see what happens. So that was House Rules. Let's go up to the top and see what we think about it. So that was House Rules. I got to say, this is an interesting little game. It's like a party game kind of, but there's actually like some fun gameplay to it, because you're actually playing cards, and like you can use the special actions to kind of make your cards more powerful, or to block an enemy from attacking you. And then those rules, everyone's going to be playing different rules. You never know what's going to happen there. Like it could make where everything, like we showed in the playthrough, where everyone's defense is going to get twisted around, shuffled up, and passed out separately. So you never know what's going to happen. The house rules are interesting too, because you can make this really crazy house rule, but one other person has to vote on it. So you're going to try not to just do these absurd house rules that are only going to benefit you, but you may think, there are a bunch of 3s here, like I did in the run through. There are a bunch of 3s here. Maybe somebody else will play a 3, have a 3 that they want to maybe go in with me on this. So it just adds a little more flavor, a little more interaction in the game. The game's easy. It's not hard to teach. You're going to get some cards on your turn. You're either going to play cards to attack, or you're going to pass. You're going to do that over 3 rounds, and then you're done. It says it takes 45 minutes, maybe, plus learning. I would say you could probably knock this game out in 10 minutes a round, so we'll say 30 minutes. It's not difficult, and it's fun. I mean, it's just, you can hang out. It's silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's silly. You're playing cards. You're attacking with silly sayings. You have cards that have blanks on them. You can just write in absurd things like Pooposaurus Rex or whatever you want. It's whatever you want to do. It's your creativity. Your humor is going to take the game to the next level. So this is House Rules. It's going to be on Kickstarter, I think, here in November. Whenever I have the link for that, I'll place it in the video description. And then if you're interested in it, you can click on there and go support that project when it's live. So if you enjoyed this review, go check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/boardgamemechanics. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/theboardgamemechanics. We have a podcast that you can check out at bgmechanics.com. And we're on Twitter at bgmex and Instagram at boardgamemechanics. And again, hope you enjoyed the review, and keep gaming.